Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered. This is a show where we try to dismantle lies and unmask the agendas that seek to twist faith, freedom, and truth in the church and in our communities today. I am your host. My name is Ted. I am the Unfiltered Christian, and that's right. We got another one for you. On this episode of Unfiltered, we're starting a series on spiritual abuse, so let's go. All right, so I already did a video on the 5 signs of spiritual abuse, but that was an older video, and I want to do a whole series on the topic this time because I think it's a super important one. The first thing we got to do when we're talking about spiritual abuse is find out what it is, right? Like, what even is spiritual abuse? Well, spiritual abuse happens when religious authority is used to manipulate and control you. It always ends up causing harm, either emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or even financially. Sometimes all of them. It turns faith into a tool of manipulation for self-gain rather than a pathway to God, you guys. So in order to recognize spiritual abuse, I came up with an easy to remember acronym. All you have to do is remember the signs. So we start out with S. S is for suppression of disagreement. If disagreement is seen as rebellion and questioning leadership is discouraged, that's abuse, you guys. Healthy leaders welcome accountability and open dialogue when someone shows them they're off about something. They accept correction. They don't just hand it out. Proverbs 27:17 and Acts 17:11. I is for isolation from outside influences. If your pastor or church insists you cut off friends or anyone that has a different perspective or belief from them in order to maintain your faith and salvation, that's control. Healthy leaders encourage relationships and discernment by way of God's word. 1 John 4:1, Proverbs 11:14. G is for guilt tripping and shame. If you're made to feel constantly unworthy or pressured to prove yourself to God and you never truly feel like you're saved, that's manipulation. True faith is about grace, not endless guilt and feeling ashamed. Romans 8:1, 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9. All right, N is for narcissistic leadership. If a pastor or leader demands loyalty and centers everything around themselves, like teaching things they've written on a certain subject rather than just straight showing what the Bible has to say about it, or they claim special revelation from God that you're not allowed to question, we've definitely entered the realm of spiritual abuse, you guys. Healthy leaders serve. They don't control by claiming God gave them a set of instructions for the church. That sounds more like Heaven's Gate or Jonestown, if you ask me. Mark chapter 10, verse 42 through 45, you guys. And finally, S. S is for spiritual threats. One of the worst. If leaders use fear tactics, they say things like, the enemy could mess with your life if you leave from under our spiritual covering. Or they say things like, stepping out of my authority puts you outside of God's protection. That's manipulation 101. True faith trusts in God's love and guidance, not threats of wrath and retribution. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, and 1 John chapter 4, verse 18, you guys. Jesus himself called this stuff out. Make no mistake about it, all right? Jesus condemned religious leaders who abused their power. Just look at Matthew chapter 23, like the whole chapter. The truth sets us free. It shouldn't keep you in fear. John chapter 8, verse 31 and 32. If you've been through this, I want you to know with absolute assurity that God is for you, not against you. And you are 1,000,000% saved, okay? Having Jesus in your life should make you feel free, not uncertain about whether you're doing enough or not. So what do we do now then? Well, first, we think about this. Have you seen or experienced any of these signs? Or, watch for them when you're in church next time. Second, if this helped you in any way, share this with someone who might need it also, okay? And third, stay tuned, because next time we're going to be talking about how spiritual abuse can affect you long term, all right? So don't miss it. God's love is about freedom, not fear, guilt, manipulation, or control. If you or someone you know is experiencing this, I want you to just remember the signs: suppression, isolation, guilt, narcissism, and spiritual threats. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.